Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be checking in on our first paycheck of September, so week 1 of September, to see how well we are doing. If you like budget related videos, I hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already. I would love to have you join our family here. We encourage one another to get on a written budget and do it in a way that makes sense to you and your family. So I'm gonna be doing our check-in a little bit different today, so bear with me. This is gonna be new for me, okay guys? But we're gonna be going through and seeing how much we spent and also what is left over from our cash envelopes, if any. All right, if you like check-in videos, I hope you stick around. Let's just dive in and see what we got going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you quickly kind of how I have been doing things. So I am a digital budgeting girl. I have an iPad Pro. I get asked this a ton. So this is an iPad Pro size 11. I use the app called GoodNotes where I have a digital planner and I just put my stickers and my worksheets in an existing digital planner that I have. I do not create digital planners, I create worksheets so you can use them as inserts. That's another question I've gotten asked, so I figured I'd address it here. But what I have been doing and enjoying so much is tracking our spending in a calendar view. So on a daily basis, I'll put in color codes on the day that we spend money. And I also mark off when we don't spend money as a no spend. I also have our bill dues and our paydays and just everything on here. I love the visual aspect of it. So yeah, I've just been really enjoying this. So we will be tracking from when I got paid, so the 2nd, through the 8th. So I'm actually filming this on the 8th. We haven't spent any money thus far and we're not gonna go anywhere to buy anything. Hopefully not. So we haven't spent anything. So that's when I'll be tracking. So from the 2nd through the 8th. So let me go ahead and just add up based on the colors what we got going on, all right? So this is the key over here. We track our eating out, our gas, our groceries, my spending, and any miscellaneous. Those are all of the categories that I currently have in my wallet as cash, okay? So when we add this up, we'll be checking off and, see what's the deal, okay? So starting off with eating out, we have on the 2nd, we have $16.21. We went to Wendy's. So yeah, sometimes, we just don't feel like cooking. Well, I don't feel like cooking and we end up eating out. And then we went to Village Inn and spent $35.70. And that was not in the budget, guys. It was not in our paycheck budget, but we have a buffer to account for some of those things that, you want and you didn't budget out for it, but you got that money set aside and you can use it. So that's kind of what we did. So over here is our weekly check-in sheets. And let me actually zoom you guys in just a little bit more so you can see a little better. I'll move this aside. I don't know if you can see. All right, you can see the calculator a little bit better. Okay, so actually I don't like how that looks. Sorry, all over the place. Our eating out budget from our paycheck was $35, but adding everything up, it ended up being $51.91. So we went over budget. I'm gonna get a red pen. We ended up spending $51.91. The amount that we were over was $16.91. So that came out of some other cash categories, but it came out of our buffer as well. So I'm just gonna mark this out in red that it was over by $16.91 for that category. Okay, next we have our gas, and gas is this like bluish color, and we only filled gas this one day on Friday the 3rd, and we spent $22. So we had spent $22. So that left a balance of $3 for gas. And then groceries budget for the week was $75. And we spent $74 on the 2nd at Aldi. And then we also went back to Aldi on Sunday and spent $5.30. So the total that we ended up spending for groceries came out to be $79.30. So we were over by $4.30. All right, and then my personal spending, the budget was $30, and I went out for coffee on Friday, spent $6 there. And then I went to Marshall, guys. It's been so long since I've been to Marshall's, but it was nice to like go in a store and shop for whatever I wanted. I actually can't remember what I bought. Oh, I bought, I think I bought this candle there. So this is just a fall candle. And I don't remember what else I bought, honestly. It was just like a couple little things, but I love Marshall's. Marshall's and Ross are amazing. Those are honestly the only places that I would shop for like clothing or just random stuff, honestly. I love it so much. So I went to Marshall, and then guys, we went to Disney on Tuesday. Yesterday. We went to Disney on Tuesday, and we went to Animal Kingdom. I spent $14, and I'll put a picture of the mug that I got, but we had gift cards, guys. So we had redeemed some rewards on our credit card that we have. So we have business credit cards, we have personal credit cards that we use and we pay it off. We use it responsibly. So please don't come at me if you don't believe in using credit cards. That's perfectly fine. We don't mind using credit cards because we get a little bit of perks, even if it's just a little change here and there that you accrue for rewards. They add up, guys. They add up, and if you use it responsibly, then it's so worth it to us personally. So we had redeemed $125 in cash rewards and also $75 in gift cards. And they ended up being American Express gift cards, so we did use that for like food, and even we used the $125 towards our ticket, and we had like fun money saved up. So it was nice to be able to go on a trip like this. I mean, we live in Florida, so Disney is like really close to us, but it was nice to be able to go on a trip, and we're using this entire month to celebrate because we are celebrating 9 years of marriage. I'm so thankful for my husband. He is such an amazing man. God truly blessed me with him. So it was nice to have those gift cards and, you know, savings. And I did end up using some of my spending money because I saw this mug and I had to have it because I thought it was so cute. And I spent $14 on that. So I'm really excited that we were able to go to Disney. So the total that I spent for my spending was $27. So is that $3 left? And then for miscellaneous, was there any miscellaneous? I don't think so. Yeah. So there was no miscellaneous, so we still have, or should have, $10 remaining. So let's go ahead and check out a couple of things here. So you're gonna see that we went over budget by $16.91 in one category and $4.30 in another. So how I managed to like recoup some of that money with the groceries, I ended up taking $3 from the gas here because I know I didn't need to fill my gas tank. And then the rest just came from the buffer. So we had budgeted out, if we go back to our paycheck budget, we had budgeted out a buffer right here of $50. So that covers all of those kind of random purchases that was kind of unplanned. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in those numbers that we actually spent right over here. Now I want to adjust this one right here, the savings challenge, because if you saw that paycheck budget for paycheck number 1, you would know I had money left over from the prior week, and that was $22. So not only did we stuff $37, $40, and $10 for savings challenge, we also added an additional $22 to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add an additional $22. So the total that we ended up actually adding to savings challenges was $109. So that was the difference of $22. Okay, so that's a positive right here. I wrote savings challenge under the variable expenses because there was no other space available. I could probably just add it to one of these lines, but that's okay. All right, so not including the savings challenges, our total actual spending ended up being, let's go ahead and just add this up. Let me move this over. So we have the 40 plus 51.91 plus 22 plus 79.30 plus 27. Okay, so the total amount that we actually ended up spending, not including the savings challenge, I'm just gonna put this up here, $220.21. So that is a difference. So that's the total of this column, not including the savings challenge. All right, so $220.21. The difference ended up being $6.21 that we ended up going over for our spending categories. So not so bad. I'm not complaining about that at all. Okay, so adding this as the total, let me just make a little, so the $220 is what the actual like spending is. Let me just do this. Okay, $220.21, and we're gonna add in what we contributed to our savings challenge, the $109. That gives us a total of $329.21 that we had like contributed for everything. So let's go ahead and see. So all of this should remain the same except for a couple of things here. One, we sold our car, so we did earn an extra $3,700 from this week, but all of that is actually going to be going straight to our car maintenance because we will be fixing our other car with the sale from one of our cars that we sold. So that's exciting. We weren't too sure like how much we could get for our car, but we sold it for $3,700. So, and then for our blessing, we did still just contribute the $65 for that, so that remained the same. So now the actual adding in the $3,700, our remaining amount ends up being $4,805 as our income. This had remained the same minus our Spotify. It usually is $15.99 and that's what it always is, but I had switched what card I was charging it to, and when the bill came out, it ended up being like $18 and some change. So I was just kind of surprised. The difference in the bill was like $2, but thankfully we have a buffer here of $50, so it covered it. I was just a little upset. So all of this is the same. I'm just gonna leave it because it was only a couple dollars. So $4,805 minus what was the fixed expenses, the $593.18. That leaves us with a remaining balance actually of $4,211.82. When we look at our actual spending over here for the variable, the total including the savings challenge, it comes out to be $3,200 $9.21. So that leaves a remaining balance over here of $3,882.61. Remember, we have that car that we sold, so that's the difference in the income. All of this pretty much remains the same except for this car maintenance. So the total that we ended up contributing is $37.10. So that there's a difference of the $3,700. Christmas, we contributed the same. There's no difference in all of these. All of these are the same. Okay, so we're just going to take the 112 as the total, and we're going to add that 3,700. So total here comes out to be 3812. So hopefully all of this adds up. This is the first time I'm ever doing this for a paycheck budget, so bear with me, guys. So I have the remaining up here, $3882.61, and we're gonna subtract the $3812 right here. So that leaves a remaining balance of $70.61. So I don't know, because I did end up contributing all of this. Maybe I shouldn't have included the $22 up here. Okay, I ended up fixing something that I realized. So what I did, I took the income remaining up here, the $4805. I subtracted what this total fixed number was, the $593, but then I added back in this buffer to that number since we ended up using some of the buffer. So by doing that and then subtracting this section over here for the variable expenses, it gave us with a balance of $3,932 remaining. And then you deduct this $3812 and it leaves you with a balance of $120.61. Actually, we had contributed that same amount for our goal over here. We did contribute the $97.82. So if we take that $120.61 and we subtract what we truly gave for these categories over here for savings, we're left with $22.79 as a balance. But truthfully, that's most likely what we had taken for these different transactions. Remember, I told you that our Spotify bill was actually higher than expected, and then we went over $16.91 for eating out and then groceries. So that had worked into the number that was used for our buffer. Now, with some of these categories that we have remaining balance left, we did like take from our gas, the $3, I did move it to our 2 bank. And so that's kind of how we work with our number. So overall, I think we're good. And now we're gonna see what we're truly left with from our cash envelopes. So let me go back to the weekly check-in and let's get out the cash envelopes. So I have my cash envelopes here. For spending, we have some money, but I have to move some of this to the 2 bank envelope, which I'll do that. But we're left with some money here. So we have the $1, $2, $3 left for spending, which is correct. This I have it separated right here because I have to put that in my 2 bank, but I'll do that in just a little bit. We have nothing in eating out because we're negative up here, you can remember. Nothing in eating out, which is right. Gas, yeah, I took the $3 that was in gas to cover some of those expenses. Groceries has nothing. My miscellaneous still has that $10 as you see here. And so yeah, that's kind of where we stand with this. So now I'm gonna do some cash envelope stuffing, and you'll see that in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys.